Seterusnya, majlis mempersilakan Yang Berusaha Engineer Haji Muhammad Daud bin Harun, Pengarah Kanan Jabatan Kerja Raya Kepentas, untuk menyampaikan cenderahati kepada kedua-dua penceramah. Majlis mempersilakan. Para hadirin sekalian, majlis menjemput Profesor Dr. Muhammad Reza Wahidin Kepentas untuk menerima cenderahati dari pihak KCoNNect 2016. Seterusnya dijemput Dr. S. Willingham Kepentas. Majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Engineer Haji Muhammad Daud bin Harun dan kedua-dua penceramah. Para hadirin yang disanjungi, majlis seterusnya menjemput kedua-dua penceramah, Profesor Dr. Muhammad Reza Wahidin dan Dr. S. Willingham, untuk mengunjungi pameran poster yang bertemakan Knowledge Management. Seterusnya membuat undian bagi poster terbaik untuk KCoNNect 2016. Dijemput wakil untuk setiap poster bersedia di poster masing-masing. Dipersilakan. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our facilitator who will lead the next session. Calvin has close to 30 years of working experience in the marketing and information technology industry, focusing mainly on marketing, promotion, and IT operations. His experience includes working on regional projects within Southeast Asia. Over the course of his career, he had acquired vast knowledge of building strategic frameworks, marketing, and promotion techniques. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Calvin G. Simon.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Fauzi, for the introduction. Let me give you a heads up on how we are going to conduct this panel session. We've had a number of esteemed speakers, Dr. S. Willingham, Professor Reza, and they've imparted their research and knowledge to all of you. The thing that we're going to take out of it right now is that we're going to have people coming up here. I'm going to invite one by one, and we're going to pose one or two questions in the essence of time. And I would like all of you, if you could, to also participate and ask questions. Let's make this a very comfortable session. The previous two speakers had very serious discussions, so try to make it a little bit fun. I see the young lady smiling. Thank you very much. I see a few young ladies smiling. Thank you very much. I would like to invite the first panelist, Surveyor Puan Rosnita Osman. She is the Director and Head of Enterprise Content and Knowledge Management Unit in JKR. Puan Rosnita, please. I'm going to walk around. You're going to sit there. I'm going to stand here so we can look at each other. Puan Rosnita, we understand that you have been the champion for COPs in JKR. So the question that is on the mind of many is because we've heard the research from Dr. S. Willingham and from Professor Reza in industries, in academic. How did this idea come about? What was the initiative that started this in JKR?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. I feel so awkward sitting here alone. Okay, the question is, how did COP started? How did it start in JKR? Okay, before that, prior to that, I have to tell you some history where how did KM start in JKR. So we have our ISP where they have already put in knowledge management as one of the initiatives, and after that our strategic framework JKR 2012, 2015 and continue until now 2020. So everything in there is we have already incorporated strategic initiatives KM. So I guess that's how it started. It started from the top, really. So our top management has already realized the importance of how that the knowledge in JKR should be managed properly, and it's because that we need to retain. We have a lot of officers who are going for retirement, who has left the department for greener pastures. So this about time. And that was in 2007, 2008 when I took over. And of course, COP comes a bit later in 2013, even though it is already in our strategy framework until 2015, but we decided to push that a bit later. It's quite difficult to start a COP, as you know, but we started with compilation of explicit knowledge first. That is the low-hanging fruits. It's easy to achieve, and COP is mainly dealing with people, so we started doing it in 2013, and until now we have 8 COPs. So I hope it's growing, and I hope it will flourish.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think it's very nice to say that you have 8 COPs, but ladies and gentlemen, a manager is only as good as his team. A leader is as good as his people. Juan Rosnita, the idea was great, initiative was excellent to start, but I think, like Prof. Reza said, it needs to start from the top. It needs to be passionate, there need to be people involved. So what we would like to know is, who are the people in JKR that were involved? Was it the junior people, the senior management? Who?
I think all levels of management are involved. Of course, it started from the top. Without the top mandating it, it won't happen. So KPKR has a passion for KM too, alhamdulillah. So he was the one who pushed it, and I'm just implementing it. We have a framework which we worked out together, and some of our COP members are still there. They are here supporting. They are still here, and we had a series of workshops, if they remember, from time to time, but they are never bored with coming to the workshops. So I think the best way, if you want to implement COPs, you get those people who are like-minded, who want to support you. That's the best way. And they know the importance and the benefits of COPs, and they are there to support you all the way. So when we implemented COPs, they are the people behind it, the driving force, and we could get the COPs up and running. And after that, when the COPs are running, we try to get the juniors in. So that's where we developed an online COP. We had a series of workshops, if they remember, from time to time, but they are never bored with coming to the workshops. So I think the best way, if you want to implement COPs, you get those people who are like-minded, who want to support you. That's the best way. And they know the importance and the benefits of COPs, and they are there to support you all the way. So when we implemented COPs, they are the people behind it, the driving force, and we could get the COPs up and running. And after that, when the COPs are running, we try to get the juniors in. So that's where we developed an online COP, because we know those young people, they are very IT savvy. They would like to interact online rather than face to face. So we had that platform developed, and Alhamdulillah, until now we have about 1,517 users, and we have a lot of views, which keep on coming every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Puan Rosnita. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions? Yes, sir. One second, please.
I was reading that article, that poster there that talked about, the concern that you have about people who are about to retire. So the question is, as people about to retire, that's when you really worry about the knowledge that goes away with them, right? So did you have a program that enabled the organization to tap the experience of all those people and put that into your content management system? Did you have to incentivize them in any way? And did you have a scheduled program that enabled you to satisfactorily obtain that information?
Okay. In our roadmap, we have a number of initiatives. Okay. Of course, we have our knowledge base, which we call JPedia. That is built on wikis. So these people, some of them participated and upload some of the things that they have, the explicit knowledge. Then maybe they have some reports or certain articles which are very beneficial to the others. So they do upload from time to time. But of course, we have also our team who are responsible for looking at the content. So these experienced people, they can come in because they are we want to tap their expertise and so on. So they do moderate the content. And besides that, we do also exit interviews. But this is only, we should have done more of it, but because of the resources, lack of resources. So we managed to do exit interviews for those directors who are going on retirement, let's say another month or so. So we have people, I'm coordinating the thing, we have people interviewing, and we put them on video, and after that we review and we edited the video and we put it on the, we have a display panel, electronic display panel where we show that thing from time to time. Of course, when we have this, we would like whatever tacit knowledge that is imparted to be converted to explicit knowledge. That is the thing that we are still working on, because it's not difficult, it's not easy to convert tacit into explicit knowledge, as you know. I've also spoken just now, we have a discussion with Professor Riza. So our concern is the people or the experts, they don't really have the time to write. It's a sad thing, I wish they can write more, and like the academicians, but that's our handicap, I guess. Writing is a challenge.
Thank you. I have one last question. Do you allow your retirees, after they leave the organization, to have access to your JPedia so that they can contribute now that they have they have more free time on their hands?
We wish they can include it, but when we approach them, of course, they have free time, that's what we perceive, okay? But of course, when they are out of service, they like to do their own personal thing. They like to travel, enjoy their time with families. So there is a challenge to get them back. But of course, assessing JPedia, we only limit to those staff. Once they are out, they don't have any more access, because we have the system is you have to sign on, single sign on. So you have to be in JKR in order to use the system. But I wish those who have retired can come back and contribute. That's why we have COPs, and we intend to bring them back for face-to-face meetings. They can share their knowledge and experience. So we have started doing that also. We call our former deputy DGs and all that to give talks and all that in JKR for the staff. And yes, once in a while they do come, but I wish more can contribute, to this program.
Thank you, Puan Rosnita. Do I have any more questions from the floor? Otherwise, I would like to introduce our next panelist. This esteemed gentleman is the CIO, the Chief Information Officer for Universiti Pertahanan Negara Malaysia. Dipersilakan Tuan Colonel Zulkifli Abdullah.
Bersanding pula atas ni.
Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman has been involved in a very interesting project for our country. It's called NBOS. For those who are probably not familiar with it, it's called National Blue Ocean Strategy. It's an amazing project, and Tuan, can you please give us some insight on how you were involved in this? How did it get started, and what do you do in BOS?
Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Kelvin. Sanding, yeah? Okay. Presently, I'm the CIO of UPNM. It's just been there for the last 3 months. Was there in March. Okay, previously, I was in Malaysian Institute of Defence and Security, MIDAS, not MIDA, it is MIDAS. That's where that organization is the linkage between MINDEF and top organization in implementing National Blue Ocean Strategy. This National Blue Ocean Strategy is the brainchild of our Prime Minister in executing, implementing initiative that benefit the rakyat in a very fast and very fast manner and save the government money. How we do it? Okay, it is with the collaboration of every agencies that is involved in implementing that initiative, that NBOS initiative. This initiative will come up from the top, meaning to say it is from the Office of Chief Secretary to the nation, to the government, sorry. Okay, and as my position in MIDAS was the Director of Research and Implementation. And with that position, I accompany the Chief of Defense in every meeting at the Office of Chief Secretary of the government. And previously, it started in 2011. It was every week when the KSN was Tan Sri Sidik Baba. But now it's come to about twice a month. Okay, monitoring, getting what are the initiatives to be done, and then implementing it within the armed forces, collaborating with other agencies, PDRM, the MARDI, the Penjara, all the agencies of various, the challenge is implementing it with people of different culture. We, the armed forces, we are mission oriented. Satu musuh, satu peluru. Okay, but the other agencies, we don't know. That is the challenge. Okay,
So-
in implementing Blue Ocean Strategy.
So, Colonel,
Right.
I think you mentioned that your knowledge sharing across multiple agencies, a lot different from Puan Rosnita in one organization. You have mentioned some challenges. What can you take from that, and how can you impart that to improve this when an organization has to deal with other multiple organizations?
The challenge is, of course, in getting through what needs to be done. Okay, what is the aim? What is the objective of each initiative? Getting it to the various implementers, and then, of course, the various implementers from different culture setup. The organization setup is different. Okay, let me take one example. Okay, let's say we have one initiative. Have you ever heard of? Okay, when I mention the word prison, what comes to your mind? Convicts, right? Guarded area, security, wall area. Have you ever dreamt, or have you ever think that a prison can be set up in a military organization? We have 6 prisons in our military camp at the moment. Okay, so in getting this thing done, we are involving, of course, the armed forces, the prison department, and then the agriculture people helping in coming up with building up this prison. And it's not just building prison, putting in the prisoners inside there and managing it. The armed forces is involved in managing as warder in the prison. So you just imagine the challenge of getting these people from the prisons department, the military people, agriculture people to train these convicts in so that they can be better off when they left this organization. Challenges is that, but of course, with the drive from the top, constant monitoring, constant meetings, meetups with all the people that involved, and get it done.
Thank you, Tuan. But now I like to tie in Puan Rosnita with your experience. She has implemented COPs. If you had the opportunity to do that in your organization, would it have enhanced or made things better for the next generation of your team members?
Okay, I never thought about knowledge sharing, but of course, just when I leave this organization, okay, I'm now in UPNM, right? Previously I was in Midas. I was involved in implementing NBOSS for the last 5 years. Okay, when I moved to UPNM, the one that replaced me, my successor, give me a call every week. Hey, how to do this, how to do that. It will be much better if, there is a mechanism so that my knowledge is shared and left in that organization. Yes, we have produced books during my tenure 5 years there. We have produced 2 books on NBOSS initiative. What are the initiatives that we have done? Okay, the first edition, and then the second edition. And for each initiative, we have produced 2 books. Okay, that's what, well, you can tell is my knowledge or my experience is there. But other than that, I think, it's good to have, constant sharing of knowledge when you are within that organization.
Thank you, Tuan. Questions from the floor? Any? Before I introduce the next panel, ladies and gentlemen, please understand this. Seize this opportunity. It's an amazing forum where it's one of the best in the world. Why? We have people from the academic who've given you insight. We have people who are on the ground who roll up their sleeve to implement this, like this young lady and gentleman here.